Are you a car enthusiast who wants to feel more engaged to the driving experience? Or are you a millennial who's always driven automatics but wants to try something new? Regardless, if you want to drive stick shift, you've come to the right place. Welcome to GMTs and Six Speeds, your source for watch and automotive news, reviews, and more. My name is Rich, and thank you for coming on this journey with me. Today, I'm here to teach you how to drive a manual transmission vehicle. Back in high school, my father taught me how to drive stick shift, and it's something I firmly believe is worth learning. So, why learn to drive a manual? As I briefly mentioned, driving a manual provides a more engaging driving experience as you're more connected to the vehicle. Driving a manual can also be useful in the event you're stranded and a manual transmission vehicle is your only means of transportation. Another benefit is that manuals can be both cheaper to purchase and to maintain than their automatic counterparts. And finally, driving a manual is fun. So what's involved? To start out, let's take a look at the different vehicle components that we'll be interacting with, along with a brief explanation of what they are and the role that they play in driving stick. First, we have the tachometer. This gauge provides us with the revolutions per minute of the engine's drive shaft. Basically, it tells us how hard the engine's working. When driving a manual, it's important to keep an eye on the tachometer as this will tell us when we need to shift. Next, we have the shifter. In a traditional automatic, your shifter will have park, drive, neutral, reverse on it, but on a manual shifter, you'll see numbers which correspond with different gears. Finally, we have the clutch. The clutch is a third pedal that's only found in manual transmission vehicles. It is located to the left of the brake pedal, and it essentially puts the car in neutral by disconnecting the engine from the wheels. Every time we shift gears, we will need to engage the clutch by pressing down on this pedal. So let's get to driving. Okay, to start, it's important that the vehicle is on a flat surface with the handbrake engaged to make sure the vehicle doesn't go anywhere. Next, ensure the gear shifter is in the neutral position before turning the vehicle on. Give it a jiggle from side to side and that'll let you know that it's in neutral. While the car remains in neutral, slowly depress the clutch and turn the ignition to turn the vehicle on. Great job, the vehicle started. The next step is to actually put the car into gear. While the clutch remains pressed, press the brake firmly with your right foot while you disengage the handbrake. Next, we are going to move the shift lever to the left and into first gear while remaining on the clutch. Now let's start moving. Press down on the gas pedal slightly to rev the engine a very small amount. Let's also slowly lift our left foot off the clutch pedal. We're going to do this until we feel the clutch pedal start to vibrate. This vibration lets us know that the clutch plates are coming together and engaging. Continue to take your foot off the clutch with the gas pedal pressed, and you'll notice that the vehicle starts moving slowly. One thing to note is that if we don't take our foot off the clutch quickly enough, or if we don't rev the engine enough, the car will stall. If this happens, don't worry about it, it's perfectly natural. Getting this right takes some practice, but it will become second nature over time. If the car does stall, apply the brake, turn off the engine, and put the car back into neutral. Then repeat the process. Once we have the car moving in first gear, we need to keep an eye on the RPMs on the tachometer I mentioned earlier. These RPMs will increase as we continue to pick up speed. We will eventually need to shift into second gear to make sure the engine is not overworked. Remember, you need to shift before the engine reaches red line on the tachometer. In fact, in regular driving, you probably want to shift much sooner than this for a smoother drive. To shift into second gear, we want to take our right foot off the gas to press the clutch with our left foot and shift from first down into second gear. Then we release the clutch and apply the gas again. Repeat this process with the remaining gears as you build speed. To reverse, the process remains basically the same. The biggest difference is that when reversing, you're shifting from neutral into reverse, which is typically denoted with an R on the shifter. I hope this tutorial was both helpful and it showed you that driving stick isn't terribly difficult, it just requires some practice. If you get frustrated at any time, you can always put the car in neutral, pull over, and regroup. For more resources on learning how to drive stick shift, see the links in the description. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing for more automotive and watch content. Thanks for watching.